What is up, everybody? Connor here from Geek on Your Face. And yeah, we're gonna keep on going with the best deck series now that we're back in the swing of things. Before we get into it, actually, I had an idea where I think it would be interesting if I went throughout the show. I went and did exact replicas of the characters' decks and stuff. So obviously, I do like Yugi's deck, Kaiba's deck, Joey's deck, stuff like that. If you guys like that idea, then make sure to tell me in the comments, and I will definitely do it. But for today, we have a special deck. I was asked to do a Neo Spacian deck on a previous video, and I decided, might as well. And you see here, I'm going to start out, I'm going to put Destructotron down. It doesn't really serve purpose, it just gets destroyed right away. That's because we have a really awesome starting hand for this deck. And this deck is an OTK deck. OTK meaning one turn kill. That means you do the entire life points of your opponent from full, and even more in this case, since I just bumped him up by 1,000 for card draw. You kill them from full life points to 0 life points, being a one-turn kill. And this deck accomplishes that quite well, and the way it does that is by using a really, really awesome card, which we'll get into in a second. Super powerful. And the goal of this deck is to get the card draw as fast as you can, get stuff happening, and then you want to get your life points down as low as possible. That's why cards like A Hero Lives, which you pay half your life points to get a level 4 or lower warrior monster, or I think it's just any hero, I don't know. You get the Elemental Hero Prisma, which is the important card to get in the first place. You pay half your life points, special summon him from your deck, and the important thing to do here is you want to make sure that you have your Neo Spacian Air Hummingbird and your Elemental Hero Neos. You need to have both of those are the most important cards for this combo. So right now you see here I got one Prisma acting as the Neo Spacian Air Hummingbird, and I have another Prisma that's going to act as an Elemental Hero Neos. And because of the way the fusion monsters work for some Elemental Heroes, you don't use polymerization, you only put them back in the deck. So right now, because I have Contact, Miracle Contact, it's kind of like a polymerization, but it's better because you shuffle them back in the deck. So what I can do right now is I can special summon one Elemental Hero Air Neos from the cards I have on the field. I can put them back in the deck, and because I have Miracle Contact, I can also use the Elemental Hero Neos and Neo Spacian Air Hummingbird that I have in my hand. So there we go, I get two of the Elemental Hero Air Neos, and its effect is pretty awesome. We'll go into it really in depth in the recipe portion of the video, but short story basically is that it gets bonus attack points, so for every difference in life points. So if your life points are lower than your opponent's, it gets attack added to its original 2,500, and then it just gets all that added into it, so it does crazy damage. That's why a lot of the cards in the deck focus on making your opponent's life points a lot higher than yours, and you have a lot of cards that cost life points. That's actually really good. You see here we have 9,100 life points, and that's going to be the end of the duel basically before it even started. Super easy. I was never really in any danger in the whole duel. But we're going to go in the recipe portion of the video now. We'll explain some things here more in depth. Elemental Hero Neos, not much to be said there. Card D is awesome card draw. Destructotron, it's pretty good because you have to pay life points to use it, which is really important to the deck. Elemental Hero Prisma, self-explanatory. Gore's Emissary of Darkness, because you're going to be taking a lot of damage in this deck. It's good to have Gore's because he's a nice counter to that. Helps save you from taking too much damage and gives you some defense in return. Neo Spacian Air Hummingbird, pretty self-explanatory. Neo Spacian Aqua Dolphin for more fusions. Same with Grand Mole, also for fusions. Tragoidia, I never say that right, but this is also the same lines as Gore's. Basically, when you take damage, you can special summon him. A Hero Lives, pay half your life points, special summon one level 4 or lower Elemental Hero monster from your deck, super important. Contact Out is just good for, if you don't get the one-turn kill for sure, you can get those cards back instead of putting it back in the fusion deck and then not having anything to show for it. 3 Miracle Contacts, because it's very important to be able to actually pull off the fusion summons, so this is very good card. Mystical Space Typhoon, pretty self-explanatory, nothing really strange there. Oversoul, you saw how it can just tack on damage and get Elemental Hero Neos back. Pod Duality is good for choosing the cards that might fit your situation better. Reinforcement of the army, self-explanatory. Upstart goblin, self-explanatory. Hope for escape is awesome because it costs you 1,000 life points. Always good to lower your life points. Reckless greed, you need fast card draw in this deck. And we're gonna go extra deck now. Elemental hero Air Neos. A lot of these cards you shuffle them back in the extra deck once the end phase happens, so it's very important to get the one-turn kill. And you know, going to the effects of these, it's not super important. You really just got to play the deck, and then you'll pick up. It's fairly straightforward deck once you really get into it. There's not much to be said for the actual fusion monsters that are, you know, being listed here. They're just other fusion monsters that can help you if you don't get the one-turn kill all the time. And they're just powerful monsters in and of themselves. Some XYZs just for added variety and utility. Always useful to have XYZs in a deck. That's going to be it basically for this video, guys. Let me know again if you like the idea of doing replica decks of characters from the show. They can be from any of the show, and if you like that idea, make sure to tell me what character you want me to replicate their deck, and I'll definitely get to that. But anyways, guys, you will be seeing little pop-ups on the screen right now to my Twitch and Twitter. I'd like it if you went over there and followed, and, you know, follow my Twitter, all that stuff. Let you get notified when I go to live stream, and yeah, so I will see you guys in the next video, and goodbye!